Imagine yourself alone, cold, tired. Everybody looks at you, just walks by you. Well, this is the life of a homeless person. And in this country, it only seems like we care about the homeless 1 month out of the 12. Now, I'm here to give a speech, a proposal type speech to help solve this issue of the homeless problem we suffer in this country. John Hinges on TED Talk is the director of clinical services at Kansas City Veterans Community Project. This is a project that takes homeless veterans and provides them with tiny homes, makes little communities. They find a strip of land and could possibly build 35 houses that would only maybe take up 1 block. These tiny homes provide these vets with a place to live when they have nowhere else to go. And after all, don't we need to look after our vets? These tiny homes, they provide them with all the essentials. It's like state of the art. And it's a mere small price compared to what the state has to spend to try to solve the homeless problem. So not only when these soldiers, they get these tiny houses, they wind up with the state-of-the-art TV and everything else like that in it, and whenever they decide to leave, they keep everything in it, the refrigerator, the TV. It's not a bad deal if you ask me. But, however, there are some states, towns, who are against the idea of tiny houses for homeless people. Especially right here in our own backyard in Tulsa. A lot of the community doesn't want it. A lot of people are scared to have homeless people live real close to them. But aren't they human beings just like us? Don't they deserve the same things just because they're down on their luck? Matter of fact, when they provide these homeless people with tiny houses, they wind up actually kicking whatever drug habit on them. If they have a drug habit, they kick it. They just want to live just like you and me. And when they have the opportunity to have these tiny houses, they actually go out and get a job. Even if it doesn't pay much, they're still, and they're paying taxes to the state. So in the long run, that's an even better deal. It also shows statistically that providing these tiny houses saves the state from what they do spend in different areas, what they do spend on these to try to get rid of the homeless. But it's a problem that just doesn't go away. Matter of fact, the mayor in Chicago, Mayor Rahm Emanuel, he wound up doing this project too, and it actually lowered a little bit of the crime rate in Chicago. There's many other states, big cities, that are starting to adapt to this. Some are Los Angeles, Seattle, and Detroit. And if you know Detroit like I do, it's like a graveyard of houses. Matter of fact, in Detroit, they're tearing down several of these houses that are abandoned. You know, it's kind of forcing all the bad people to move away. But they're tearing down all these abandoned houses and replaces them with a community of tiny homes. And I know what some people would say is like, well, wouldn't these homeless people just tear them up and destroy them? Actually, that's not the case at all. With many of these tiny houses, they are feeling more pride. They create their own little community watch. And with that said, that tells you that all these misconceptions that these homeless are horrible people is just wrong. In conclusion, the homeless are human beings too. In a sense, fallen brothers and sisters of our own communities. They need a little bit of helping hand. Because with this pandemic going on with COVID-19, when people aren't able to work, we're just a matter of time before we have an explosion of more homeless people. Record-breaking numbers that this country's never seen. So next time you try to tear down a homeless person, just think to yourself, that could be you in a couple years.